In 1599, a group of prominent merchants and explorers came together and formed a joint venture company called Governor and Company of Merchants of London, trading into the East Indies. They used to call themselves merchant adventurers. It was formed to trade in the commodities such as cotton, silk, spices, etc. in the East Indies. These merchants used to refer to the eastern part of the world as East Indies. Hence, later this company came to be known as East India Company. On 31st December 1600, the Queen Elizabeth I granted the Royal Charter to the company. Under this Royal Charter, the company received legislative powers and monopoly for 15 years. In that charter, the company got the permission to trade with all countries in the east of the Cape of Good Hope and west of the Strait of Magellan. After receiving the permission from the Crown, the East India Company went to Indonesia in 1601, and that first expedition of the company was led by James Lancaster. And when these people reached in that region, Portuguese, Spanish and Dutch traders were already present in these Spice Islands. But still, the company successfully set up 2 factories in that region, one on Java Islands and another in Moluku Islands, which were also popularly known as Spice Islands. And when the company returned to England in 1603, it made multifold profits from that successful voyage. It increased the confidence of the company because it opened new opportunities of trade for the company. By that time, Queen Elizabeth had died and King James had become new ruler of England. After that huge success, again the company planned a new voyage. But this time, they decided to move to the other parts of the region to avoid the competition and conflict with other European traders. Hence, they decided to come to India. In 1608, the ship of the East India Company was docked at Surat. That expedition was led by William Hawkins. Captain Hawkins arrived in the court of Jahangir in April 1609 to get the permission of trade in the region, but he failed due to intervention and opposition of the Portuguese. Captain Hawkins stayed in the Jahangir's court from 1609 to 1611 but couldn't get the permission. Hence, the East India Company moved to the southeastern part of the Indian subcontinent. There they got the permission from the local ruler of southeastern region. There in 1611, the East India Company started trading at Machilipatnam. In 1612, the East India Company fought a battle with the Portuguese in the Swali region of Surat and won this battle. It is called the Battle of Swali. After that victory in the region, and Empress Jahangir granted the permission to the British to set up the factory at Surat but with limited rights. Thus, the East India Company set up the first factory at Surat in 1613.